Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and we are back with another episode of Hidden Secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches on Forza Horizon 5. So for those who are new to my channel and don't know what this series is, well, this is a series where you, the subscribers, send me interesting things that you have found in Forza Horizon 5, and the ones which are the most unique and haven't yet been showcased on my channel will get a chance of being featured in a future episode. To send me the things that you have found, you can either write them down in the comment section below or direct messaging them to me through Instagram, Twitter, or Xbox, either by describing it or in video form. Please just make sure that it is in the best quality possible so it can be included in a future video. All of the links will be down in the description below. So without further ado, here are 6 new secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches that were recently discovered in Forza Horizon 5. Starting off with number 1, photo mode time changes. Here is a bug that's actually been pretty annoying that's only happened in Forza Horizon 5, and that includes photo mode. So if you are wanting to take some photos and decide to stay in the mode for a period of time, you will actually see the time of day change. Now, it's not a smooth transition from day to night or vice versa like you would see out in free roam, but rather in increments. For example, you may want to take a photo for your vehicle during the nice sunset, but you will only have a limited amount of time before the time of day changes, which then makes machinima type videos very difficult to produce. I've noticed that this bug has gotten a lot worse as of late, and I'm hoping that Playground Games will fix this very soon, as for myself, especially if I want to show more bugs and glitches in relation to certain cars or the environment, this extra photo mode bug just makes things a little harder to showcase. Number 2, more unpaintable calipers. Just as we thought that there wouldn't be any more brake caliper paint bugs, we have found yet another vehicle with the exact same issue we encountered a few weeks back with the Ferrari F12 TDF, except this time it's with the 2004 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Now, we already know that there is one issue with this vehicle, and that is of course when you install one of the aftermarket front bumpers, the STI decals that covers the fog lights end up floating, as those particular decals were meant for the OEM bumper only. Anyways, I digress. So focusing on the brakes, you can see that the car is rocking some golden Brembos. Now, if we ever decide to change the calipers paint, just like the TDF, you will not be able to change the front right, but the rest is paintable. So if you want some mismatched calipers, this is one car to choose. I'm no longer going to say that we have found all the cars in Horizon 5 with brake paint bugs, as I am always proven wrong. But anyways, a huge shout out to Eternal Void 99 from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 3, number template. Here's a very interesting bug that perhaps not many would actually notice, as I'm sure most of us have a number plate installed onto our vehicles. So the bug here is simply to choose the 1992 Nissan Silvia S13 and make sure to remove your number plate. That way the moldings of where your number plate is actually installed will be clean. Then head over to the upgrade section and customize your rear bumper, and you will see that even though you do not have a number plate installed, you can see from the 2 aftermarket bumpers that a number plate template image or whatever is there. Yes, I know it looks very fuzzy, and you might also be wondering, why are there black rectangles? Well, sometimes when your plate glitches out, which particularly happens more often on PC, your letters or numbers will change by default to a black rectangular box, almost like a placeholder shape if you will. Certainly quite interesting, and here's the funny thing, I went back to Forza Horizon 4 to see if this bug existed, and despite how buggy that game was, the rear bumpers for the S13 was clean. Anyways, a huge shout out to RTV Thor from Instagram for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. Number 4, this really needs to get fixed. Now, here's something that I do find very annoying, and I believe this happens more often when the sun is rising or setting. But for certain vehicles, or perhaps maybe even all vehicles on the PC, when you're driving in third person mode, the lighting and brightness of your screen is perfectly fine. However, switch to cockpit view, and for some strange reason, everything becomes way too dark. annoyingly difficult to see. Now, I can't say whether or not this happens to which specific vehicles, because I have to be honest, I mainly play in third person view, but I have experienced this myself with a couple of these cars in Horizon 5 very early on. It's so strange because, again, in previous Horizon titles, this was never an issue, and to think in 2022 that we have to manually adjust the brightness of our screens just because certain camera angles gives out a different level of exposure is beyond me. Anyways, a huge shout out to Theodore114IQ and Hoonigan445 from Xbox for sharing these clips with all of us. Thank you. Number 5, a lineup finish. More often than not, when a race finishes, it looks something a little like this. Just cars crossing the finish line like how most races do in real life. Well, here is an interesting finish to a street race that a subscriber has sent in. As we can see, the player has just finished his race, and of course, all of the cinematics were played straight after, as expected. However, in this particular screen right here, just before the results pop up, you can see in the blurry background that one of the cars brake checked, causing a line of cars to stop too. Now, if this was in real life, it would have been a very costly accident. Pretty funny to see, and a huge shout out to Galaxy Wolf 44365 from Xbox for sharing this with all of us. Thank you. And lastly, number 6, Expansion 1 is being tested. So just recently, a Twitter user known as Illumia_Italia tweeted out that Microsoft has started testing Woodstock_DLC_flight through the Xbox Insider Hub, which means Forza Horizon DLC 1 is coming soon. Now, I'm sure many of you are wondering whether or not this is a legit tweet. Well, I can say for sure Woodstock is the codename for Forza Horizon 5. DLC, of course, means downloadable content, and flight doesn't mean something like Flight Simulator and that we are getting planes in Horizon 5. No, it generally means an internal test. Now, I cannot confirm from my end whether this is 100% true, as I didn't find this on my Xbox Insider's Hub, but it certainly is plausible given that if we look at previous Horizon titles, we are well overdue for an expansion at this point. Now, if you were to ask for my opinion, if right now there is internal testing happening on consumers' consoles for Horizon 5's first expansion, it means that it could be in the final stages of testing, meaning that we could possibly be getting an announcement for Expansion 1 in the next upcoming livestream, which is happening tomorrow. However, on the contrary, if it's been left for this long and with the game being plastered with so many bugs and glitches, I also wouldn't be surprised if we may be getting Expansion 1 released at this year's E3. That way there's more content for Xbox to show at their press conference, and more eyes will also be on Horizon 5 too if it was announced and released then. I could be wrong though, the DLC may arrive sooner. If so, then that's absolutely great. But considering nothing has been announced at this moment in time, we may just have to wait a little bit longer. Now, in terms of this particular image here, in which many of you have sent me through social media, this is 100% a fan art or a concept. The image for these DLCs are taken from the game itself or previous Horizon titles, and despite the gamer tag being formatted the exact same way as how the developers would name themselves with the number 2 and let's go, just look at the tabs. Both the campaign and expansion tab are pink. So how can you select 2 tabs at once? So to conclude, the tweet is a huge possibility, but the screenshot is 100% fake. Now, if you had the opportunity to create the very first expansion for Horizon 5, what would your ideas be? Share them down with us in the comment section below. I do read all of your comments, guys. So there we have it, guys. 6 new hidden secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches that we have found in Forza Horizon 5. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.